What up, people? It's your boy Chig from Guna Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. This time I'm going to talk about two things. The player ratings for last night, Arsenal versus Rennes, and the Arsenal players I'm rating out of 10. And also the Europa League draw and our last 8-stroke semi-final opponents. So let's get into it. In terms of the player ratings, because I've got a couple of things to talk about, I'm not going to waste any time. All I'm going to say was a really good performance by the boys. I thought that, I think people got it twisted yesterday. I saw it in the live feed. Don't get me wrong, Uber played well. He just wasn't my man in the match because of the chances he missed. And a couple of things here and there that he did which kind of was pissing me off during the course of the match. But I thought largely he did well. I thought Mesut was okay. Nothing more, nothing less. I thought Xhaka played really well. I thought Ainsley Maitland-Niles, for me, spoiler alert, was my man in the match. So with that being said, these are my marks out of 10. Let's go with Petr Cech. I think he kept a clean sheet, was largely pretty calm. I actually noticed his distribution was much better, actually. There was only one kick which I was like, whoa, what was that? And even that still got past the halfway line. So I actually thought his distribution was largely a lot better. I think sometimes you need to give the keeper props when he's done well. Yes, all of our preferred number one is Leno, because Leno's been in such good form lately. But to be honest, I thought Petr Cech played pretty well yesterday, and obviously it would have meant something playing against one of his former clubs. So, to me, I'll give Petr Cech a 7. I thought he was good. Let's talk about the 3 centre backs. Squadron Mustafi. I actually thought it was okay, bar that one fucking moment where you were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Unfortunately, Mustafi just has that in his game. I said it to you guys from day one. Never mind everyone who's jumping on the Mustafi bandwagon. You, man, especially the long-time subscribers will know. From day dot, I was onto this motherfucker. Against PSG, where he was getting turned and spinned by a 30-something-year-old Cavani. I'm like, nah, this kid does not have it. Forget anything else. If there's one thing Chig knows, it's motherfucking defenders. And that guy ain't a top-class defender. If we can get rid of him in the summer, yes, please. But to me, I actually thought he was okay yesterday. Kept a clean sheet. You got to give him that much. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Next to him, Koscielny. I actually thought Mustafi was helped out a lot by Koscielny yesterday. I don't think they work well as a partnership. I think when they work in a 2, Koscielny actually drops to Mustafi's level, and I think that is a lot of the issues that I've had with Koscielny over the years. But I thought yesterday he's been in such good form lately, almost by default, it carried over into this match. I think for us, it's important that we keep Koscielny and Socrates fit. Particularly going into our quarterfinal opponents, the game with the quarterfinal opponents, which I'll get to shortly. But yeah, to me, I will give Koscielny an 8 out of 10. I thought Monreal was a lot better than he has been recently. Bar a couple of good performances here and there, I think Monreal's level has dropped quite a lot. And I can see why Emre doesn't really like to play him as a left back. He prefers to play him as a central defender, kind of left side central defender. And when you play him in that position, Monreal does well. He did well against United. He did well here. And all of that defence, particularly Koscielny and Monreal, deserve credit. 2 clean sheets against 2 opponents who have in the past caused us problems. One in a more recent past, I'll give you, but still, they've all caused us problems, and I pinpointed Sarr as a point of problems yesterday. I thought one other person was the reason why Sarr was quiet, but let's not get it twisted. So was Monreal. Monreal was very, very good and worked well with this other person I'm going to come on to. So I'll give Monreal an 8 as well, for me. On the left-hand side, Kolasinac. Man, I said it yesterday. It seems like to me, Koscielny, Emre has taken on certain projects. We've seen it with Iwobi. I think Iwobi was one of his early projects. And I don't care what anyone says. Yes, Iwobi is nowhere near the finished article. But if you are sat here telling me that Iwobi is not improved, all right, you're entitled to your opinion. Have a nice day. Because I don't want to debate with someone like that. Clearly that person has made their mind up. They have this thing against Iwobi, and no matter what you tell them, they will think the way they think. I had this conversation as recently as yesterday with someone, and I was just like, all right, I could see this is some stupid shit, so cool, have a nice day. Because I thought even in Iwobi's cameo, he did well. But anyway, I digress. With Kolasinac, he is another project of Emre's who I think is really flourishing at the moment, really doing well. And I'd go as far as to say I'd give him... I don't even really... I'll give him an 8. I'll give him an 8 out of 10. I think an 8 is fine. I want to give him a 9, I must admit. I'll give him an 8.5. Fuck it, we're allowed halves on my channel. 8.5. Right wing back, Ainsley Maitland-Niles. For me, he scored a goal, he kept a clean sheet, was a constant threat. I can't believe I'm going to say this because I'm the one that keeps saying he's a central midfielder. I thought he was a 10 out of 10. I did. What would I have wanted more from him? It's weird. I think the best performance I've seen in him in an Arsenal shirt is our right wing back. Maybe he is a right back. Maybe he is. I'll tell you what. I've seen people say that Hector's got problems. Let's just say some of that transfer budget that we were thinking about buying a right back with, yeah, we don't need that shit now. Ainsley's got this. I am happy to go with Ainsley and Hector as our 2 right backs. I think that's fine. To me, I think, and I like Wan-Bissaka. I love Wan-Bissaka, actually. I think he's a really good player. And if Hector was decided to leave at any point, that is the kid that I want us to target and get. Having said all that, Ainsley's got this. And so, to me, I'll give Ainsley a 10 out of 10. Fuck it. Clean sheet, defensively sound, constant threat, scored a goal. What do I want? What more do I want from this kid? 10 out of 10. Central midfield, Granit Xhaka, again, dominated the game the way he did against United. Clearly likes playing that position. For all their pressing, they weren't really pressing him as often as they could have. I did think he faded towards the end because he started doing dumb passes. And you could see he looked real leggy. I think he gave a lot of effort to that United game, and you could see it on him that he was starting to suffer. I think he definitely needed Torreira to come on when he did, just to do some running for him. But I actually thought it was really good, and I'll give Granit Xhaka an... Ooh, I was going to give him a 9. I'll give him an 8 out of 10. But I did think he was really good. Aaron Ramsey I thought was excellent yesterday. Sometimes his flicks and tricks really piss me off. You guys know that. Some of my long-time subscribers will know me and Aaron ain't bum and bench. We ain't cool. I do have a lot of gripes with this guy, but I think over the last couple of weeks, last couple of months, this season really, he's shown how much of a professional he is. I thought he played better against United, I must admit, but I thought yesterday was still a good performance. I'll give him an 8 out of 10. Mesut Özil, I thought was okay. I'll be honest. I thought it was okay. Worked hard, I'll give him that. Emre's almost playing him in a different type of role where he doesn't want Mesut to just sit there and do fuck all. He wants Mesut Özil to run and close people down and shit. At one point, I saw Mesut Özil actually barge someone over. I say barge. Because they were going down real easy. But all in all, I thought Mesut had a decent enough game, and I thought he was very instrumental, particularly in the first 20 minutes. Faded as the game goes on. I'll give him a 7. I was going to give him a 6. I'll give him a 7. 7 out of 10. The two strikers, Lacazette. I actually thought this was Lacazette's weakest game in a while, to be honest. I thought, as always, he was trying. But he was trying to the point where he was actually making a lot of fouls. Just looked at almost a yard off pace. Almost like he was tired. I think he was just genuinely tired. Didn't expect to play until Monday. And I don't know, until Tuesday. I don't know if that just had a knock-on effect, maybe. I don't know. For me, it weren't his greatest game. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Not that he was shit, it just, I've seen him better. Aubameyang. Wakanda forever, baby. I thought Aubameyang was good. Yeah, I think you're going to get people that are going to get gassed from him because he got 2 goals and he got himself an assist. But as bad as this is gonna sound, he should have been better. He damn right should have got himself a hat-trick. Let's be honest. There were a couple of moments where his interplay was just, the passing was just, ugh. But I will say this for Aubameyang, good things. He got himself 2 goals. He got himself an assist. I actually saw him working hard today. Yesterday, where he was dropping deep to come for the ball. He was doing what Lacazette usually does. And the only time I've seen Aubameyang do that was against Chelsea at home. So clearly it's in his locker. Just his finishing, man. He needs to be more clinical. He missed 2 chances. I mean, the first one was really bad for his hat-trick. But then the second one was just like, I don't care if that's Mustafi. You should be putting that away. Never mind fluffing it the way he did. It was a really bad chance. If you haven't had an opportunity to see it, go see it. But to me, all in all, I can't give him less than a 9. But I give him a 9 based on the fact that he scored 2 goals, got an assist. He played largely well. I can't criticise him for that. And that's the only reason that I'm not going to say anything less. He played well, so I'll give him a 9 out of 10. As for Emre, credit to Emre. I'm going to give Emre a 9 out of 10. Not just for the fact that he was brave enough to go with the same team again, but also because he, on the back of a difficult week, where, let's be honest, this was a week which was going to potentially define his first year as an Arsenal manager. And I thought he rose to the test. You had people on Twitter visibly questioning him. And now they've had to eat their words. They've had to shut their mouths. They're starting to see that Emre may just be the real deal. Maybe there's some reasoning to his madness. And I know a lot of people are coinciding that with the fact that he started Mesut Özil. All right. I don't think Özil's got anything to do with our upturn necessarily. I think he's contributed to it, but not as largely as some of you are making out. I think he's just starting to understand that perhaps sometimes to get the best out of this team, you have to go ultra positive. Pragmatic, we're not good at that. We don't have the personnel for that. So I think sometimes the best form of defense is attack. And we've played 2 of our most attacking formations against 2 teams that have made us pay in the past and got positive victories. So I can't complain.
So I'll give him a 9 out of 10. So now that the player ratings are done, let's go on to the Europa League draw. So Arsenal have drawn Napoli. It was the nightmare draw. It was the one none of us wanted. But we are where we are. If we have ambitions to win this competition, then let's go out there and win this competition. Koulibaly or no Koulibaly. You know, they've got a lot of good players. They've got a good 6 or 7, maybe 8 good players. Here's the fucking thing, though. So do we. But people forget that. We do have a very good record against Italian teams as well. Don't get it twisted, we've lost to Italian teams, but we've beaten Italian teams, you know? And I think people need to forget that. Even last year, which was our worst season, we still beat an Italian side. So we're capable. You know, we definitely have it within our locker. Unfortunately, in spite of the draw, our first leg is at home because of this dumb fucking City rule. But I say go out there and let's just get it done. Let's get it done. Let's set the tone. If we could go into that second leg with a 2 or 3-1. 3-1, I'd be happy with that. If we could go into that second leg 3-1 ahead, I'd be pretty happy with that. I know that means that we'll have an away goal, but I'll take that. 2-0 would be ideal, but 3-1, all right, I'll take that. So let's see. It's going to be difficult. And obviously the winner of this tie faces the winner of Valencia versus Villarreal. Chelsea, I think, has Sparta Prague. And I can't remember the other side of the... Oh, Benfica and I can't remember the remaining side. So Chelsea have a pretty easy route to the final. But the one thing I would say is that does mean that both us and Chelsea, have an opportunity of making a London final. So that's got to be a little carrot for both of us. I think if we can knock out Napoli, we'll probably be considered favourites. It will give us a good confidence to finish our season strong. And I know people have said that, you know, the break has come at the wrong time for us. My only worry for Arsenal is whenever we have a break, we always start back up really, really slowly. For me, I think Emery's got a couple of challenges over this next break. He needs to get the lads suitable break and suitable time off. But he also needs to make sure that they keep this intensity, keep this concentration, and make sure that they don't get lax and arrogant. Because those type of performances always come after a break. So, provided we can do that, I think we'll win. And I think we'll get through. I do. I think it'll be difficult. I don't think it's going to be a fun game to watch. But I think we'll do what we need to do to get the job done. This is what you have to do to beat some of these teams, to beat some of the best sides in Europe. We're trying to get into a competition where sides like Napoli are in abundance. We can't panic just because we've been drawn against them now. Let's take it to them. And if they beat us, then they deserve to win. But at least we've given ourselves a chance of getting back into this competition. Not just one way as well, 2 ways. In the league, we're currently 4th. And we're in the last 8 of a Europa League final. Quite honestly, I'll take either way. Yes, my preference would be the Europa League because it's about time we win a European competition again. And sure, it's the equivalent of the Cup Winners' Cup, but you know what? Fuck it, I'll take it. Let's just go out there and perform. Let's get this club, this great club, back into the Champions League. All right, people, I'm out of here. I'm hoping you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please crush that like button. Destroy it for me. As I said yesterday, all the likes always drive traffic towards this channel, drives attention towards this channel. So make sure each and every one of you just take 10 seconds, tap that like, and I'll stop moaning, I'll stop bitching. Also, if this is the first time you're listening, please hit that subscriber button. I always bring shows with other people, with myself.
I have a fun chopping block series that's coming up in the summer. A fun chopping block special that's coming across in the next week or so. I promise you won't forget it, so do keep your eye out. Alright, people, I'm out of here. I need to get back to work. Yes, I'm at work, believe it or not, stressed out day. Alright, take care. Deuces.